far, and that's gonna cost him up some time. We head into our first round of pit stops.
You're gonna have Nautical in, the 33 in, and the 5 in.
But who's gonna win it off of pit road? Until we assume
But
who gets
who's
off
gonna win it off of pit
first.
road? The 33 already gets the move.
But he's gonna move back for some reason.
He backs up.
Going to his right
the
pit
5
lane.
gets the jump. And then here comes the 16 in second, even though he was in the pit lane last. What a sudden event off the pit road. A pit road mishap by the 38. And ADHD will win and take that spot back.
Taking up a couple positions, that will move him up.
Can the people who didn't pit run it off to the end of the stage? And will it be open after stage ends?
Remember, fuel mileage is key, as we've seen it in a couple races before. And you can even reference it in real life.
Speaking from experience. D1 Coca-Cola 400 last season. Fuel strategy was a big part for that JGR. And these guys have the perfect pit strategy to get good track position and have a great place to finish. Only time will tell. Oh, new competitor. Paladin. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Paladin has now joined in, and he will be starting up fourth in the field.
If one hasn't ended, he will start fourth, even though it should be towards the back. And this guy has whole new field now. This guy just got here with brand new fuel, along with the others, and we're having a mishap lining up. Damage, actually, coming off of the 19.
As debris the track, you can see
debris is on the inside.
You can see the debris already came from the 4 early in this race.
But it also came from what it looks like to be Cadillac. Yep. After that, shunt to the side.
And we now have a sub incoming for Hydra. Apparently he had to go. And now for RT, D2 and D1 driver will now be subbing in the 18.
Former D2, reigning D2 champion for RT is subbing in for Hydra. As Nautical gets a great starting position here. Again, he still has those 2 other drivers he has to worry about in this close title race.
We're also going to worry about Dragster, as he is the lone wolf in this field. And he's already made an effort to get up to P1.
As he is. As he's up there, actually, what it looks like to be in P1 on that inside.
Green flag, we are back underway at Autoclub on lap 9. As Dragster and Jan battling it out for the early lead, as Dragster will gain that lead advantage on the inside.
Down the inside. Oh, here comes 83 down the inside.
Before following it soon. And my bad, that was a mistake. That was actually not. I think. And my bad. I think there was a driver change. I'm pretty sure it was between the 4 and the 19, as you can see. The 19 is actually NASCAR fan, so he actually had the wrong car. As ADHD will lead this field, he will brake check Nautical, and that's gonna.
Which was not the greatest idea. He's gonna get the run off of turn 4, trying to get to that outside lane. Doesn't work out.
Nautical's looking for that inside. You can see the outside lane has been very useful for him. And as he's trying to utilize it, a caution will fly.
Oh, and there's a caution. And
it is Jen who was flipped over unexpectedly. We'll have to look at the replay for that. As apparently, Jan just
that's not going to be good for his pace.
I possibly could not tell
Weird
what
to
happened.
see here at Auto Club. Not really a flipping track. Homa taking the inside line, aka the grass line. Nautical falling back down to what it looks like 5th and 4th where he started. But ADHD will win the race back 19, then Dragster.
As that is unexpected from Nautical. He just randomly flipped over. I don't think anybody was viewing the back of the field, and he just went up and over.
No, what? Jan just flips. It could have been the piece of debris on the front straightaway, but it could have been if he hit a wall or he hit another driver.
Yep, because you can see
4RT is not making this case for a D3 driver as he was also in the back. That could have led to John's flip.
Because as you can see, 4RT was actually involved in the wreck, and it probably could have been in contact with him.
Yeah, they both got terrible starts. Like, the two rear drivers got terrible starts off the line. Seems like they were caught off guard by the sudden starting of the restart, but...
Yep.
As our current lineup is the 4, and the 19, and Dragster, Nautical, and then what it looks like to be Jan, and then the 33, and finally 4RT, who looks like to be a dead car on the track.
Yep. And now
And we're having a
Matt joined in the field.
We have more drivers joining at the end of stage 1 with brand new fuel.
Certainly, Matt is the last what you would expect here. Being the
As
former champion, I think he's just
we
here to
have
watch.
current D2 championship leader who's pretty much already locked down the championship. Matt Lyons making his sudden appearance. Will he sub or is he here to watch?
Only time will tell.
Oh, it looks like he's entering another sub for height. This is his 3rd sub. Apparently 4RT had to go. And now we have
Matt will be joining in the field to sub for Hydra.
Matt is taking for Hydra. We have 3 tracks, which is like it's the 24 hours of Le Mans.
That is already 2 subs in a matter of minutes, as we haven't even gotten at least 30 minutes into this race.
Not even through the first 10 laps of the stage.
We haven't even completed the stage. You can already see.
Yeah, exactly. We haven't completed stage 1, and we have 2 subs, and they're both for Hydra.
Yep.
As we see, who will get a good restart? 2 to go left in the stage. Next flag will end the stage, and whoever is ahead at the line will get the stage. Let's hope people do not wreck. We have a good.
As the countdown goes to 0, we are green flag back underway at Auto Club. ADHD gaining a huge lead into turn 1. As we got contact Dragster. Oh my goodness, a huge wreck. It is the big one striking early at Auto Club already. As the caution will fly once again. That is the 3rd caution today. And it's already started early.
And it's gonna be a battle for the stage.
This race is just not going well for anyone.
We're battle for the stage. John taking the Hydra taking. Oh, Oma trying to get to that inside to take stage, but he's a lap down. But there's many cautions, so he's on the lead lap. Can he get to that inside? Yes, he can. It's gonna be. Oh,
Oma's gonna get P1 barely. Never mind. It shows Jan on the ticker. He got first. And he will take P1, it shows.
But the 5 and the 1 went over the underline. ADHD will get the stage win.
The 4 will actually take the stage win.
The 5 and The 5 and the 1 went below the line to pass in the tri-oval. Not allowed here. It is allowed at Michigan, but not allowed here. As pits are open, we have many takers. 33 is in
I
here
can't
again.
tell.
So is ADHD.
I can't tell what has possibly sparked all these cautions, but you saw Dragster, Matt making contact. Dragster spun around. Matt took a hard hit and got airborne in that field a bit, and then everybody else just got caught up in it as the top 4 would move through.
Yeah, Nautical's not making his championship drive. Let's look at the standings pre-race and see who is trailing, because I low-key forgot. And race off pit road, Dragster is going to win the race off pit road, followed by ADHD, the 33, and then Nautical, our championship leader here. It is a 3-way battle between Nautical, Carbonic, or the 5, which is currently driven by Jan, and the 4 of ADHD. Nautical and ADHD are teammates, so they should theoretically be helping each other out here. For their cases to get a 1-2 in the Drivers' Championship.
As Nautical's going to be team chemistry with who again?
I think we'll go back to back.
Who's Nautical going to need chemistry with again? His teammate?
ADHD, which is his team. So we have Nautical in the back, and we have first place in the championship, Nautical in the back. Then only thing, the 5 in the front, who's in second, and then the 4, which is in fourth behind.
Green flag, we are back underway for another restart at Auto Club. Omo getting huge lead as we headed to turns 1 and 2 early. The 5 of Jam making his way on the outside, trying to go for that pass. He will use the side draft to his advantage as Nautical will come in on the inside, trying to make a pass under, but Omo's going to throw a late block, and that's going to force him down under the line. And Nautical's going to have to lift there because you cannot pass under the apron. That is a rule. You cannot pass under the apron of the line. As Jan will still hold his lead from Omo. Omo trying to make a pass on the outside. I'm at the inside, my bad. And now Nautical's going to move Jan up so far. And now Nautical's going to go. He's going to hit the wall. He's going to collect Dragster in the process. From his own doing, he screws up massively there. As another caution will fly. That is the 4th caution for today. It is just going downhill for all of these drivers. Nautical getting a penalty now after he got a verbal warning. That's going to be a penalty for his own doing as he forced Jan up and then wrecked into the wall and collected Dragster in the process. You have to be the next level of stupidity. Wait, never mind. That is going to be a no caution. It was actually never 3 cars. It was only 2 cars. As remember, 3-car wreck equals a caution. Only 2 cars will not be a caution. But remember, but still, even if 1 car flips, it's gonna be a caution.
The 5 forces the 4 forces the 5 in the wall. 2 championship leaders, and now we have the 19 and the 1 running up ahead. And the 5 is slowly catching up right behind them in 3rd. As
the 1 is gonna get a verbal penalty. I can't tell what he did, but NASCAR fan 22 making his way up in that 19 machine, that Napa Auto Parts car, going on the outside. As Jan will make his way to the inside. But that's gonna sell his money. He's gonna drop back to 3rd. He was holding 2nd for a while there until Jan made his way up, and he just put himself into the wall. Which is going to affect
Can't get
him.
the move done. The pits are open this time by.
Almost gonna go around, and now Jan, they're both nearly gonna spin, but they're both gonna save it. It was a simple racing mistake, and now Omo is going to get a 1 out of 3 after that.
And that ruins their momentum as they're letting this 19 catch up. They're trying to pull away. Oh, down over the outside goes the 19 on the 1. The 19 trying to assist this one to get this win. Don't know why.
19, he's gonna take. And he goes all the way. The one's gonna try and go down in the pit road, but he's gonna take out Dragster in the process. He's slowed down for some reason. That's gonna cost a bunch of time for Dragster in the process.
And that's another.
And now Omo will get a 2 out of 3 as he's slowly almost ejected.
More, and he's out of here.
The 9 will get a free pass, and he'll get a chance to merge.
Deserved. It was like Quinn House in that one Texas race. As we are heading into turns 3 and 4, the battle is still close.
ADHD tries to make the pass on the inside.
That's on the inside.
Slowly drafted by Jan. They're both going to make their way up to the front of the field. Jan in second, and now NASCAR Fan 22 dropping back to third.
8 to go.
As ADHD will hold this lead for now.
As we are heading up into turn 1 and 2.
But we got contact happening.
Just contact between the 19
again.
And the 5.
He's been pushed down way too many times off of that apron into turns 1 and 2.
Heading down the back straightaway with close battle all day, but they're catching up to Jan. And heading into turn 3 and 4, the 19 is gonna push the 4 up into turn 3 and 4.
ADHD tried to make a pass with that draft from NASCAR Fan 22. Jan still tried to hold his lead on the inside. They're beating and banging their cars.
And Jan is hitting.
Cars grinding up against each other, but now Jan is gonna go down to the pit road for some fuel. First green flag pit stop of today.
As the cycle is gonna shake up the entire race. Can these guys hold off? Or
as now Dragster will join in on the field, and he will be in third. Remember, he did get that free pass.
After getting pitted, so he will have that fuel. So I think he can last out to the end of the stage. This might be Dragster's stage because these guys might have to pit this time by or soon later. But only time will tell and strategy
still
will
holding
tell.
his lead. And now he might drop the lead.
And looks like he's gonna pit.
He will drop the lead as he's gonna go down pit road. And now NASCAR Fan 22 will hold the lead. Jan slowly coming up the pit road.
Lead with a big
just barely
gap. But when will he hit? 7-second gap ahead of Palace. That's a new name. 7-second gap. Pit closing this time by.
So if you do run out of fuel, you might DNF this time. Having to go down. Last chance to pit for this stage.
Last chance to pit. And it's gonna
whoever
be
pits
a decision.
will give up the lead. And that will leave Omo and Dragster fighting for it.
Omo and Dragster are a lap down.
As now, NASCAR Fan 22 will make his way down pit road. It's hard to tell who's leading now.
Pava also going down pit road. Who will be the leader coming off of 3 and 4?
And we see some great green flag pit stops this race. No tensions have risen so far. But we haven't seen a caution yet.
And Dragster is going to DNF this race as he deletes his car and he will leave. And it looks like Nautical has a 3-second gap
between NASCAR Fan 22. But the ticker might shake it up and get confused as to whoever's second. You never know what can happen.
16 pitted early, gets the lead with the undercut. And he has a ginormous lead ahead, and this will surely make a great point for his championship run.
As this
This
will get
race could very end this championship today. Pushing may not do enough in these last 5 laps. NASCAR Fan 22 wants to push with the 4. See if they can make any time. Up with 5 to go.
already heading into stage 3. You can see many of the cautions affected that, and now we've had to advance multiple
And they are
laps.
only losing time. They lost 9 seconds in that one single lap.
And ADHD is
this might be
is now 1 second back with a 12.299 showing on the ticker here. That is going to put him back far, as DJ is not far off with a, as Jed is not far off with a 13.216 as his next lap.
It could be a championship 1, 2, 3 as in order.
As you can see, a small pack forming here between Paula, NASCAR Fan 22, and then we got ADHD and Jan also making their way up to the front of the field. All 4 of those cars trying to utilize some
as
draft.
they just cut their time in half. They cut their time in half.
As now it's 6 seconds
Pro
off.
99 to 6.684 per ticker. 4 to go. They're all heading off. There, catch up to this 16 machine. Running in the Austin Hill team today, as he always is. But can this 4-car pack, 4-car pack, get up to the leader?
It doesn't seem like they're catching Nautical anytime. Never mind, I corrected myself there. He is going to slow down apparently.
And they are here.
And now they are here and they're here to play.
A massive push. And this.
And now Nautical's going to go outside. And he's going to give up the lead to Jan. And he's going to give up the lead to Jan and ADHD. So let those 2 battle out. I think he's low on fuel. He might have just ran out.
He's slow.
16's having issues with that car. And he might need to go down pit road to get that inspected. That's the first issue we've had this race. It's either fuel.
And it's now going to be a battle between the 5 and the 4. 2 championship contenders. Both going for the aggressive move.
As Nautical's trying to make up time for that.
But it doesn't seem like he can.
As now NASCAR Fan 22.
He's in contention.
And you see he's going to give Jan a shove there. As the 4 of ADHD will still hold the lead. Jan tried to make the pass on the inside. He's going to draft that 4
But that won't work because the apron is right there. And
anything can happen here.
Are heading
multiple lead changes on this turn specifically.
Pit road is closed with 2 to go. Down the inside goes Jan. Takes the lead away.
He's gonna take the inside lead as we see.
Way battle for this stage, but it seems like
white flag in the air for the stage.
This 4-car.
ADHD making the outside pass with draft from NASCAR Fan 22 on the outside. He's gonna block
and he dives down inside, gets pushed from the 5. Well, this 5 trying to make it 3 wide, so he doesn't get that draft. As Alma is running low on fuel heading into this last lap.
The 4 are going to make great efforts. And now NASCAR Fan 22 also making his way up. He's going to try and go for the stage, maybe. He's trying to hold Jeb back.
Down the
inside. The 4 is going to do a huge block. As contact will be made for that stage. And ADHD will be forced off track a bit.
It's going to be a close one.
It's going to be close.
And it's going to be
ADHD will get the stage just barely by a margin.
The 4 will sweep the stages.
As we might see a full stage sweep here at RBCA.
We might see this championship battle get left down to this single stage. Nautical is ahead by 30, but he's cutting. RBC cutting down his lead by. It's already down by 10, and depending, they could be tied. They could
As
be
those
tied,
time
and
cuts,
he might be ahead.
are
John is in the pit.
as those time cuts in pitting is very consuming, as it's still shaking up the points in this race.
NASCAR fan 22 is accusing the 5 of early pitting, even though every time it is pits open, as the 5 will get an easy win off.
Oh wait, what a pass! Speeding on pit road.
The 33 has clearly cheated his way on the pit road. And
that was Paula.
Blown by
apparently.
the 5.
And now the 33 will get a speeding penalty.
And the 5 will ultimately win it off the pit road.
As the 33 receives a speeding penalty, but that would not put him a lap down, as he still gets a free pass. As most people are leading lap out, some are even down a lap.
Everyone's on the same lap, what it looks like to the ticker. As I'm actually in 4th right now, guys. I'm like 0.30. I'm 0.033 behind the leader right now. So close. Hold open. Can this be another RBCA 500 from season 2, where it came down to just 4 drivers? I'm pretty sure after many overtimes. Will this come down to a photo finish? Will it come down to the 19 ultimately giving the 4 the win because of only time will tell in these short 14 laps around this 1.5 mile oval. And
as we come to the countdown again. At the timer hits 0, we are green flag underway at Auto Club.
The entire inside lane gets a jump start, but the 5 gets that push from the 33 to take the inside lead. Take the early lead.
will take an early lead. He's
defending
the inside lane from Nautical.
To the inside.
Nautical tried. As you can see, Nautical had an issue earlier, but it seems that issue has been fixed. You can see he was dropping back, but he's slowly regained time. And he's going to go down to the inside for that lead. Looking for all those points to keep him up in the championship race. But ADHD, with the 2-stage sweep already, he is also looking for a chance
but he got down
in that point game.
It is a tie battle between most laps led.
As the full laps are left, as he went under the apron for a pass. Jan also tried to pull that move. He was trying to pull what the 4 did, and it didn't work out in his favor. And now the 16 and 5 both have to lift, as that will give NASCAR fan 22 a lead, as more forcing on the outside. It is just contact after contact. Huge forcing for the lead.
Forcing down.
Texans are shaking up in the field. NASCAR fan 22 still holding the lead.
22 is just getting every bit and scrap right now.
And Jill will now make a pass, as he will hold that inside lane now for the lead.
And here comes the 4 who was caught up. Can the 16 catch up too? But the 19 going down that inside.
And Jan's going to force him off track, causing him to do a pass. And now NASCAR fan 22 will gain the lead. And he's 3 wide. Contact being made. Jan getting a bit loose. As that drop back, ADHD and NASCAR fan 22. And that will give Nautical the chance to pass now. You can see Jan got loose trying to thread the needle through that 3 wide area. And then he had to slow down. As you can see, he nearly spun. Jan tried to make efforts again, once for that lead. Nautical forcing him down, as Jan still going under on the inside for that lead, as he continues to push Nautical outside. As he's vigorously blocking everyone in his back.
As the 4 gets the lead heading off at turn 4.
giant
But the
contact
outside
being made
push from the
from all of these
19
cars.
is gonna make this a double file race. Could be triple file now. Oh, the 5 hits the 4 and the 16. They almost lose it there, heading into the pit wall.
As it's 11 to
The
go,
4
the
dropping
5
back
might get a
down.
penalty for all this forcing he's done.
Oh, the 33 smacks the wall, cuts into turn 2.
But do you see...
Nautical going on the outside.
Do you see a doppelganger... But while we're focusing on the racing, do you see a doppelganger effect in the field? Like, do you see it?
No, I do not.
Jan stands out from all the other cars as they're all in blue. It feels like a doppelganger in each one of them.
And it just feels like... And as we've seen, the blue cars are beating down this Celsius machine that this Jan car, that this Jan guy is driving.
This machine continues to dominate, asserting his dominance for that win.
4 and 16 are tied with most laps. That could be tied for the 5. Pits are open with 10 to go.
There's gonna need to be a fuel decision to be made, probably even for the win.
Knowing what happened last stage with Nautical, it could be you get in early, but you have slow problems with 4 to go and you lose the race, or you want to pit a little bit after, maybe with 7, 8 to go, and have that perfect balance of fuel right then and there.
As cars will now go down pit road. Nautical making his way down pit road. He's probably going to go for that
And that will be Nautical is only one pitting. No what happened last stage. That might not work well with him because he was slow after ending stage 2. My estimate, you might want to pit around from lap with 8 to go to 6 to go. That is your window to pit, because you want to have that track position, and you want to have that strategy over the person you're battling with.
Because if you come off fast off of the pits, you can potentially be like a Jan going around. He's gonna fall back far. Something happened as we were not focused on the race. And now NASCAR fan 22 is going to go down pit road. Who is going to gain the lead?
Jan and NASCAR 22 both
as that Sonic machine continues to make his way on the track. This might be the biggest steal of all time. You can see Paula might get a Mickey Mouse win. As you can see, he was in the back the entire time.
I feel like
apparently he stopped. He stopped for some reason. Why would he stop if he has the lead? And now ADHD will gain the lead. What a twist of events.
He might pit to the end of the E. It looks like he's gonna pit to the end at the end of this lap, going down below the apron, slowing down.
Multiple cars making effort for
seems
that win.
Like, and ADHD is diving into the pits.
And Jen just now coming off.
Gonna get in the right zone. Who is leading this race?
We have yet to tell.
Wrong stall again. 2 people entering the wrong stall, both being warnings. Jan and that 4 machine.
And now Nautical will get the lead and now Nautical he has that point advantage
this might be a
but he just only needs 7 more laps to complete.
This might be a repeat of stage 2, where they all pushed, got to him, but he was slow at the end. With about 3 to 2 to go, he ended up being slow and fell back where it looks like the 4th or 5th. This might happen again because maybe he hit a little too early.
But you can see many cars have not gained that draft to move up.
Yeah, I don't think there's that much of a pack because the difference between 2nd and 3rd is like 2 seconds, and draft cannot be that strong.
As Nautical's still holding that lead, you can see ADHD losing a bunch of seconds. Still, despite being in second.
NASCAR fan 22 is accusing Nautical of speeding entry of pit lane. Only time will tell if that ends up being a penalty after the race. Seems like not for now, but
I will admit, I can look back.
18 seconds back.
And looking back, I did see the 16 going kind of fast off of the pits. It did look like a speeding penalty.
18 seconds
But no
back
penalty
from the
was
leader.
justified at all.
But again, I'll only give him a 2 out of 3 or a 1.5 out of 3, which will not go against his final time, or will he get ejected. Coming to 5 to go. Nautical, huge lead again, but this might all end right now, right?
And now NASCAR fan 22
what is the gap?
in second.
Is getting angry. Nautical, 18-second lead. Can Nautical not have problems? Jan merges. He needs a caution to come out in order for him to be in contention.
Yep.
Paula and the 4 are both right next to each other, which they can't catch up to that 19, and that could bring them to
and moves will be
Nautical.
made trying to get that lead.
16.
As the 16
4
still
to
trying to
go.
hold that lead. Jan still looking for that caution.
16 slowing?
As it would be very useful to him right now.
No, doesn't seem like he's slowing yet.
As 16 doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon at all. But Jan will still make effort to try and get that caution.
That lap down. He's trying to get that caution. Could be trying to unlap himself and somehow make it up all the way back, which is practically not even possible because he has no draft.
As he has passed
he's going
Nautical.
down to the pit. Nautical's going to the pits.
Nautical's going to pit again. That's going to very cost him. And now NASCAR fan 22 is going to get the lead, but now ADHD will take it with Paula in third.
He
a
learned
switch
from
up
his mistakes.
From down under.
He learned from his mistakes. He learned from his mistakes in stage 2. Pit now. But will this affect his racing position? Oh!
As NASCAR fan 22 will hit the wall.
Dives down.
He's digging deep into a plan as he's just trying to keep pushing for that win.
It could be over. I think now Nautical needs a caution. This would be ideal for Nautical to get this caution and make it all nice.
As it is 3 to go for this win, can the 4 get the RBCA 3-stage sweep for the win? This is something we haven't seen before. We have never seen a stage sweep in RBCA history, I believe so. This might be a moment. And now NASCAR fan 22 is going to force Jan low. Contact being made.
Contact.
He's going to force Jan.
Nautical's 9 seconds back. This is not going to be good for Nautical.
And he's going to spin Jan around. He's going to spin, hitting the wall hard.
Oh my god. That was
what a move by NASCAR fan 22. And now the caution's going to fly. And now everyone is going to be on lead lap.
Fly out.
After all, one costly mistake can make a big deal in this race, as it was just shaking up. And now we will be heading into overtime, I believe.
The race back. OT1.
We now head into overtime. We now head into overtime. This race taking up.
ADHD might run out of gas. Great thing at the 16-car pit with 4 to go.
I think the pits are still open in this caution, unless Maple says it is closed. NASCAR fan 22 making efforts. Pit's still open, and now lots of cars now will go down pit road. As you can see, they're trying to make that mileage.
I think the 16's good on fuel. I don't know how about you, but I'm feeling pretty good for this 16 car.
This race has been shaking up pretty fast, as we almost saw a three-stage sweep
this win
from ADHD. He could have got that stage sweep, but a costly mistake by NASCAR fan 22 tried to give ADHD that win, I believe, and it just costed him because he spun Jan, sending Jan into the wall and spinning just a bit more. And now it'll shake up into 2 to go for overtime.
This race is shaking up. Not have we imagined this in a million years. This could be a championship decider race to see who has the pace to win in Homestead coming
it is
up next
make or break for anybody in this championship 4 situation. Remember,
specifically for this 16 car.
It could be anyone's race. For all these,
it could be
all the drivers in the chase.
It could be the 5, the 4, or the 16. That is about it, ladies and gentlemen. This could be a battle for it. It could be a Carl Edwards, Tony Stewart championship.
As we're gonna have to see as the points go by, the current championship 4 and below the cutoff.
But Nautical squeak out this win. I mean, yeah, it's not going to be like ideal because he didn't get good.
Jan is in the playoffs, I believe, right?
Yeah, he's subbing for the 5 who's in second.
Wait,
he's subbing for Carbonic, and he's like 15 behind Nautical in the points.
Dang. What's the current championship for?
It's really just like 3 people. It's like Nautical, John, who's for Carbonic, the 4, and then I think it's a dragster after that. But he's not competing. He's like 85 behind.
Is Paula even in the chase?
That is our champion.
Was Paula
I'm not
in the
even
chase?
sure. But again, with the new playoff system, it's just based on points.
Let's see. Moving on. So this race will shake up as we head into overtime. It'll be a 5-car battle.
What will happen in this overtime? Will the 19 spin the 5 again, or will the 5 get his revenge in the 19 on the final lap for the win?
As the countdown strikes 0 once again. Green flag back out at Auto Club. Jan jumping out to a huge lead. As remember, he is subbing for Carbonic. Carbonic also 15 points behind Nautical in this chase so far.
It doesn't matter if he's a sub or not. This is based off championship. Can't defend the 5.
As NASCAR fan 22 making efforts, trying to get that 4 to win.
Oh, the 16.
Nautical's gonna go inside. Jan's gonna go outside.
After 14.
Both cars making efforts for the lead. They're gonna force down 4, and now Nautical's gonna fall far back. That is definitely going to affect him as we reach the white flag. In this race, Jan has 1 more lap in him. Can he do it? NASCAR fan 22 right in second. And now ADHD also in third. Jan's still trying to hold that outside. Jan's still trying to hold that inside line. NASCAR fan 22 using that outside. Both cars gonna draft.
He's gonna help the 4. He's gonna help the 4 win this. Oh, but there's gonna be contact.
The 4 is going to make efforts, and now NASCAR fan 22, he will have the lead. Jan still trying to make efforts. Jan's going to try and make the pass. They're going to go 3 wide once again. NASCAR fan 22 making contact with the 4. Jan
The ball's
Still
gonna go out on the
hasn't in him.
outside.
Can he defend it? It's gonna
Oh,
be a
here goes the
3-way
19
finish
on
for
the
the lead.
inside.
Barely, and
It's gonna be
now
the 4.
DHD is gonna get it.
It's
Barely by a margin.
gonna be the 3
What a
stage
finish.
win. It's gonna be the 3. It's gonna be the 1, 2, 3 stage win for ADHD. What have we witnessed here?
As it was that close.
And that will wrap it up for today's D3 race. Next week in Homestead, we will see who is really gonna win this championship here in the D3 truck.
Who is really the toughest to move up to D2? We don't know yet.
It's probably most likely gonna be Nautical who moves up to D2. But that will end it.